The SnowCAP was begun by a small group of churches here in East County in the 60s, and it was part of a community action program.
And this was back when the war on poverty was going on, and the community action part of it represented advocacy. A lot of the pastors were really concerned because they had people coming to their doors of the church, knocking on the door of the church and asking for help. And the pastors ended up feeling like they wanted to help, but they didn't know how to do it.
The strength of what we can do for the community, and one church can't do it all, but a number of congregations together taking care of the poor, one of the things that we know all about.
50 years ago, those group of churches realized that the community had a problem. It had people who had needs that were going unmet. And so then they came up with this model of serving people in need through a cooperative effort.
We started out in the basement of Savage Memorial Presbyterian, and we needed space for food. So I talked to Jim Liefeld of Gethsemane, and he allowed us to put some food in one of his Sunday school rooms, and then we broke the beam. So then we moved the food out to Gresham United Methodist, put it in their basement, which was a nice concrete floor. The weight of the food actually sunk that concrete floor.
For the food program, we had a big board, and there was a basement window that we'd open up, and they'd drop the food from the truck outside down the board, and come, here comes Charlie, and down goes the box, and the guys down below would catch it.
So we really needed a building, and then as it worked out, we got some surprise funding in, so we started building the building. Judy and I knew nothing about building buildings, but Sam Walsborn, Earl Balzer, and many, many other wonderful volunteers helped us with that.
There's been a lot of change in the community and in SnowCAP. Growth and adaptability has been a constant challenge, and we've met that challenge pretty successfully. The success of SnowCAP really lies within the commitment to our mission.
The mission is very, very basic, and I think simplicity is the key here, and that is that we look to feed and clothe our neighbors.
When I see the waiting room crowded, I think, oh, how are we going to have enough food for all these people? But we always do. We always do. It's a miracle.
Hitting the 50th year, and we're doing exactly the same mission that we started out to do 50 years ago. We've come a long way in terms of our ability to meet those needs. Lots of new programs, Food to You, the garden. There's just been a whole host of ways that SnowCAP has listened to the needs and tried to respond.
SnowCAP is a unique organization in that people are drawn to it by a heart of compassion and a heart to serve.
SnowCAP is infectious. Once you kind of get a foot in the door at SnowCAP, it gets its hooks into you. You really feel good about what you're doing. SnowCAP has some of the kindest, most wonderful volunteers you would ever hope to meet.
When the clients come in, they're feeling down. You know, it's no fun going in and asking for a food box. But by the time they leave, and I've heard this so much from clients, say that SnowCAP volunteers give them their dignity back.
Clients come in and they're greeted with a smile. Oftentimes they're greeted with a hug. It may be the one normal interaction that they have. And to come in and feel welcome and to feel loved, it's an amazing thing to witness.
There's a bond between the people that need help and the people that want to help. I mean, there is. I can feel it every week.
It's a way of helping other people that you couldn't do by yourself.
I really look forward to coming and volunteering every Thursday. It really gives meaning to my life. In some ways, Thursday is my favorite day of the week.
I thank God every night for the fact that we are caring with people and sharing with them.
We serve every race, nationality, culture, and I think that's incredibly important because Rockwood is very much a melting pot. Bringing those cultures together to interact is important for understanding.
One of the things I've thought about doing sometime is putting up a board in the waiting room with a flag of every nation of the people we serve. I think it'd be a remarkable reminder that we're all in this together.
SnowCAP will be around for another 50 years. I think that they have benefited so many people, and there's still a need for SnowCAP.
Today, we're celebrating 50 years of our past and how we got here and how that seed was planted, how it's been nurtured and nourished, and how it's grown and how it's thriving.
And I think everybody who's involved, in little ways or big ways, needs to recognize that they're doing something that matters. And the world is better because of that.